So to leave it in the hands of divine power and to be just an instrument of that divine power is the way Sahaja Yogi has to be. Because the compassion, the love of divine power is so great that it is wisdom, complete wisdom. A person who has no compassion cannot be wise. He could be worldly wise, but he could not be really wise. So, those who believe that they have to be very accurate must know that your accuracy will be challenged by the divine power. There has to be a lot of relaxed and a mobile temperament a person should have. For example, now I have come, suddenly, perhaps you are not told, people were not ready, absolutely in the formal manner, lined up together like a military. It's all right. Makes no difference. Makes no difference. I'm in no way disturbed, no way unhappy. I was very happy to see you all. Because, after all, you all love me and I love you. It's a family. And there's nothing like being very formal about things. No formality between you and God Almighty. There cannot be. But there has to be understanding as to what we are doing. I find suddenly human beings either become extremely relaxed, extremely lazy, extremely confused. You ask them their name, they'll say 10 times, I. I said, what's your name? They say, I just asked your name. What you asked me, my name? Yes, your name. Ah, I see. So least bothered as to even remember your own name or to say, like a drug acting on that person. That's going too far. Another style is where too much of formalities. That supposing now mother is coming and we have to give her something and something is missing. All right, doesn't matter. After all, this is Paris. Lots of things were missing once upon a time. If there's something missing, doesn't matter. It's not so important. You should not be in tension. If you are in tension, you cannot absorb my vibrations. Or if you are lethargic, also you cannot absorb my vibrations. So you have to be in the center. Center in a receptive mood like a child is that you have to absorb the vibrations with that feeling of expectation and joy. We have to receive Mother, but not with tension that this is not done, that is not done. I see each and everything so beautifully done. So beautiful are these flowers, everything done so well. And so many ideas. I can see them so clearly. It's all expressive of not your tension, but your love. So are we expressing our love or our tension? What is that we are doing? Are we trying to be tense because we are over alert, or we are trying to neglect everything because we want to escape? Between the two lies Sahaja Yoga. You are very anxious, very much waiting. You want to do something with your heart. And then when there is fulfillment, you can enjoy. But you are tense, I come in, and what I find, you all have headaches. So first I have to tell you, remove your headaches first. Then I'll talk to you. So it has to be a very relaxed rapport between us. But relaxed never means lethargy. It doesn't mean if you are lethargic, you will be sleeping off and nothing will go onto your ears. So, what we see that our conditioning, one conditioning we have, that either we want people to be over alert or we want that they should not be at all alert. So, the underlying problem of all these things is this, that we want extremes. In our conditionings, we go to extremes. We go to extremes of this or extremes of that. If you are absolutely lethargic, lenient, disheveled, we can say absolutely confused, you are not in the center. And on the contrary, if you are very strict, like a rock of Gibraltar, and like a big Hitler-like behavior, it should be in time, everybody must have proper steps, must walk properly. That's not being Sahaj. That's not being Sahaj. Now look at these flowers. See one by one how beautiful they are. Everyone is different. Even one leaf of one flower will not match with another. One petal won't match with another. All different, but so relaxed, creating beauty, giving us so much of joy. All different, placed in different manner, moving in different manner. Everyone has a different angle. But there is unison, there is oneness in them, that they all want to give us joy. But with tension you cannot give joy. I mean, if there's somebody tense, I think I better run away from that person. God knows, if he's tense, if the tension increases, he might beat you, or might throw you out, or might himself be hurt. So the tension part of it is very common in the West. And that conditioning has come because of certain lifestyles that we have had. Now there's not going to be a war of Waterloo anymore. So we can say that Waterloo war was won because they reached in time. That's not the thing. The war was won because it was to be won by the divine power. Even if they had reached late, they would have won it. Whatever happens is by the divine power. So there is no need to be tense. Then you will say, all right, then let us sit down and have a nice time. Everything will be done by the divine power. No. Divine power is going to work through your institutions, through your medium. So you have to be alert. I hope you understand what I am trying to say. That a person who is relaxed need not be a person who is lethargic, but alert. Alert you can be as well as you can be relaxed, because you are Sahajogis. You are not like other people. Other people, you take the name of the airport, but I don't know what goes wrong in their brain. Suddenly they go off, they're off their heads. They go mad. Like today, we were going to the airport. Thank God everything, nobody was on the road. They must be having these hangovers, I said, last nights. And today, the streets were all right. I said, let's go easily. After all, there's no problem. At home, everybody was thinking I'll be late. I said, I'm not going to be late. Reached there was a big queue. And nobody could get into the plane because there was such a big queue. Nobody could even book the seat. So, what was the need to be tense? And supposing you are tense, take a position. And then you do not get the plane. So what? At the most only there's one mishappening which is going to take place, is our death. That is inevitable. Because we are born, so this body has to die. That's all. The rest of it is just a joke. So, even if you are tense or not tense, makes no difference. I think sometimes people stand at the same point and start running, thinking they are going to the airport. No movement, tense. So first of all, we have to know that if we can reduce our tensions, heart will open. Heart has to open. After all, we are now in the ocean of joy and bliss. Why should we have any tension? But when we are in the ocean of joy and bliss, we are not drowning, we are swimming. So we have to swim. And this part, I think, is not understood by many people. Now we have conditionings of countries, of different styles. Every country has different styles of conditionings. Let's think of France has got conditionings that you should never look happy. You can make out a Frenchman, a French lady sitting in front of me. She was looking so miserable. I was about to ask, who has died in your family? She was well dressed. She had made all makeup, hairstyle, everything fine. She must have been. But her face was so miserable that I didn't understand how these two things combine. She's taken good care to appear very nice with her paints and all that. And here she is looking so miserable. She's put up a show that she was very miserable. Now, the conditioning is so stupid, that according to them, whatever is ugly has become beautiful. The ugliest of ugly women they'll choose and give her the first prize as the beautiest. I don't know for which angle they saw this lady, that they called her beauty. You'll find the lady is caught up, she is bhutish, giving horrible vibrations, and they say she's beauty. So, because of this tensed oblique visions that we have, either this way or this way. We never see the reality, and what we accept is absolutely whatever is unreal and worry about it. It's like a bubble. We are worried about a bubble, as if it's an atomic bomb or a hydrogen bomb. So unimportant things we worry too much. As a result of that, when we worry, anybody who comes near us, we jump on that person. What are you worried about? What's the problem?